Here it is. We told you it was very rare, and therefore it's very valuable. This is the famous Ferrari GTO, and this is vintage 1962.
Correct.
Restored by MPI.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this car so rare?
Well, it's rare because there were 36 of them. There are 35 left. They were originally built for GT competition. Some works cars, so factory cars. A lot of them were sold for private entry. They're all very, very, very successful. So much so that Ford really came after them with a vengeance. But cars like this are still currently being tracked and still very successful.
Tell me about the engine of the GTO.
It's a Colombo designed 60-degree angle V12, 6 carburetor, 2 throat, dual distributor, 1 distributor per bank. No mechanical fuel pump on this car. It's 2 electric facet fuel pumps.
What about Weber carburetors?
They're very, very rare. I highly advise, if you can get a hold of them and hang on to them.
I noticed the dashboard on this is absolutely gorgeous. Where do you find those gauges?
Well, hopefully they come with the car, but in some cases they won't. We can sometimes source them, otherwise we'll a lot of times have to make our own.
You have a department that does that too?
We have a department that is currently doing 3 sets, 2 for 2 GTOs right now.
Wow. Now, you guys specialize in Ferraris, but you're branching out into muscle cars and everything else, right?
If it has wheels, we can take care of it.
Okay, now I noticed you got 3 Ferraris on your showroom floor. Tell us a little bit about those.
We have a 250 Testarossa, and then next to that is a 250 short wheelbase. They're all basically displaying Ferrari's learning curve, and this would be, of those 3 cars, that would be the pinnacle of it. They learned the most at that point and put it all into this car.
Okay, this car you can tell is built for racing. Of course, first of all, we have the numbers on it that you guys put back on. You do a lot of detail work. What's that little light on the door there?
Well, the little lights are to illuminate the number during like long distance races, like say the 24-hour Le Mans. It's dark out. You got to identify your car. Well, how do you do that? Well, we'll just light it up. So they take license plate lights and just drill them on the door, and there you go.
So to make it perfectly correct, you had to come up with those lights, put those on the door.
Absolutely. They didn't happen to be available at the time, but we're capable of fabricating them, so we're able to fabricate them.
How do you do that? They even got engraving on them.
Well, yeah, we're able to take a digital image off of, say, we have another car in the shop that has one on it already. We're able to scan that, and then we're able to digitally engrave the new part after it's been fabricated.
Tell us about the wheels.
Majority of the cars came with Barani wire wheels. This is no exception. Sometimes you had chromate, or sometimes they were painted. Most of the competition cars you'll see painted wheels, and like I said before, we're a distributor of Barani wheels, so we're able to match up the car through their records, through our records, or a build sheet, the correct wheel, correct knockoff, and we have make sure we have the correct engraving, correct nomenclature, and also details such as valve stems, valve hardware, the decal on the hub, and then, like I said, the nomenclature.
When you restore a car, it's absolute perfection. As a matter of fact, I understand there's going to be quite a few of these at Pebble Beach.
Last number I heard 25, so we're missing 10.
That's unbelievable. That's going to be hot competition. You guys have won at Pebble Beach.
A few times, yes.
Yeah, quite a few times. 100-point cars.
I'm thinking the last number I heard was 9 100-point cars.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible. Is this the original color that this car was manufactured in?
It wasn't the original color, no. The original color was red, but the third owner was Swedish, and these are Swedish racing colors. So we picked a particular period in time that the owner liked the best, and we represented that period in time.
And finally, this little thing out front here.
That's a stone guard. A lot of times you'll have debris that gets kicked up from the cars in front of you, should there be any. And to protect the windscreen and protect the driver, they'll sometimes put that feature on the hood to make sure that nothing interferes with the driver's visibility, and it's a safety feature.
All right, well, this has been absolutely incredible. Oh, one final thing. I know everybody wants to know. If there weren't that many of these built, and there aren't that many of them left, they're going out to Pebble Beach, what is this car worth?
They're trading right now for upwards of 30 to 35 million.
No.
Yep.
$35 million for a Ferrari GTO. I'm telling you, guys restore some really valuable cars.
We're very, very fortunate that we've got the clientele that that allows us to work on these cars.
But you'll restore anything, right? They got a Mustang, they got a Camaro, they got...
Absolutely. We get into anything. Like I said, if it's got tires, we'll work on it.
Okay, well, there you have it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this session. If nothing else, I hope you've learned a lot about the restoration business and about Ferraris in particular. That'll be a wrap for this edition of the Lokar Car Show series from Neenah, Wisconsin. So long, everyone.